Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Panda. Today we're doing another Let's Chat. Yeah, I said it. And we are going to be playing Townscaper. This is a lovely, simple game where you just make towns and you see where it goes. So right now I'm just going to start making the base. We're going to chat it up. I was thinking about, creating a safe space for yourself in times of like refuge when you feel misunderstood and you don't know what to do, like trusting yourself more, your intuition, and gathering up the strength to really be that person that you need to be. Because sometimes this world can get really lonely, you know what I'm saying? And sometimes you may feel like you don't have anybody. At the end of the day, the most important person that you do have is yourself. And it's not always easy. That's not always a natural concept to really adjust to, especially when you are used to just having people around you 24/7, or you're used to receiving certain acknowledgement from people. Like when you continue to grow as an individual and you continue to stand in your power and you're really developing your own true self-worth and your self-exploration, it kind of takes you to places you never thought you'd go, right? And you're just like, I'm really growing into this person. But you also realize you're going to start letting go of persons, people, places, and things that you never think you would ever let go of, you know? So with that being said, that kind of lets you know that sometimes not everybody is part of the journey, especially when you start to create a new journey. And you elevate in a way that can't really be explained, or some people just don't know what the hell is going on. They're like, such and such, she's different now. And it's like, what's that saying? What's that meme where it's like, oh, you've changed? And it's like, well, duh. I hope so. That's what life is about, right? Life is about changing. It's about growth. It's about elevation. It's about becoming a better person. It's, fine tuning yourself to really, make the beneficial changes to make you yourself be who you truly need to be. Not just for you, but sometimes for others. Because some of us do have a life purpose where we may be out here trying to, do something great for other people. Like people will end up needing us more than we need them. And if that is indeed the case, you gotta be strong. Because people will deplete your energy. They'll want your time all the time, and it can become very demanding. Like celebrities and spiritual leaders and stuff like that can become a thing where it's like, oh, it's very demanding. And is it not? When you think about that, like your time is always, put towards another person, to where sometimes people feel like I don't have anything left to give. So I think self-care is key too. Now that I think about it, you gotta, endure in the self-care and the self-evaluation, just to do, mental health check-ins, check in with yourself, your spirit, most importantly. Your health is important. Like I am learning all these things right now, like on taking care of myself even more. Not to say that I wasn't before, but I'm realizing like there's certain changes that I'm making in regards to like what I eat, or like my sleep pattern is, I ain't gonna lie, it's kind of off. It's kind of OD right now, but I'm gonna work on it and become better with my sleeping. And even like I noticed like when I'm exercising again, so that's really dope. And I noticed that changes the way I think, even like my routine in the morning, like I get my shit together, but excuse me, I've added like prayer into my routine, which was never really a thing for real. But I realized it's helped me mentally, because your mental space is always an important thing. Like and also just like developing more of a sanctuary for me to help me stay creative and grounded, and just rooted in personal development. Is what I'm realizing is just something that I just have to take care of. I don't think I would be where I am right now if I didn't have a sacred space for myself. Excuse my cat if you hear him meowing, because he's in his bag right now. He's just meow. Yeah, so it's like I want to know, like, what things do you do for yourself when it comes to self-care? And how do you nurture yourself on a day-to-day basis? Are you giving yourself time to like really focus on self, or are you so caught up in giving to others that you don't even have time for yourself right now? And if you do, if that is the case, what necessary changes are you going to make to ensure that you have, a better sense of self-worth and, more sense of direction on how you want to take your life and things like that. It's important. I think all these things are important. So I hope you all continue to work on yourselves every day. Strive for greater. Baby steps is key too. I don't think people understand that. Everybody is in a rush to nowhere real fast. Take your time. You know what I'm saying? I realize that too. You gotta take your time when it comes to your self-development. Don't rush the process. Stagnation become a thing, and it can make you super, aggravated and agitated, because it's like, why aren't things moving for me right now? You're like, I need things to move now. And it's like, you can't move now. God will set your ass straight and make you stay for reasons that may not be fully explained at the moment, but it'll all make sense in the end. Like, sometimes you just can't move. It's like, sit your ass down and focus on yourself and get your shit together, and then we'll come up with another plan on how you can start moving again. And then the movement will happen all of a sudden, and then it's like, wow, okay, it's all in divine timing. It really is. Sometimes things just do not make sense, man. That's what I realized too. So it's like, you gotta trust the process, but most importantly, you gotta trust yourself. You have to trust yourself. You are your own best friend at this time. That's what I'm realizing too. I had to learn that the hard way. But I've always been a person that people would come to for advice, and trying to understand things about themselves. They would ask me questions. Like, I am that kind of person that people ask for like questions and guidance. So, I realized, like, if I have to devote my time to certain people, or people, pay me for my services when it comes to like asking for advice and things like that, it's like, I also need that strength and that personal power to be able to handle, because, people's energies are different every day. Not every one person is the same. People go through a lot. So I've also realized you just got to be aware of trauma bonding. People love to bond due to their own personal traumas, because you guys share those same attributes and notions when it comes to how you view trauma, how you have dealt with trauma, maybe similar experiences. And while that is well and good, it is not always healthy. Okay, because I think healthy dynamics really do start within, and it starts with getting your shit together and healing that. So some people will challenge you in that way when you realize, like, we don't really have a lot of common. The only things we do have in common is a lot of bullshit, the trauma, the bullshit. And people love that as far as entertainment is concerned, but it's not always healthy. You may see that in social media with certain celebrities and their relationships and the drama that may be ensued. Not to say that they are the perfect, couple and or person, but it's just like sometimes the trauma outweighs, the healthy parts, or what needs to be really acknowledged or addressed. Do you get what I'm saying? So it's just an interesting thing, when you are this human being. Well, I will say you are this spiritual being having this human experience on planet Earth. There's so much to learn, so much to do. And sometimes you just don't know where to start or go. But it's just like, you just got to wing it, bro. Sometimes you got to wing it. That's okay too. Like, there is no real concrete plan to this shit, but the plan that's going to work for you to help you be who you need to be for yourself. Goddamn. You know what I'm saying? Like, people, not everybody has all the answers, bro. Straight like that. And that is not a bad thing. It's okay to not have all the answers or know every damn thing. Sometimes you're not meant to know everything all the damn time. You kind of got to just trust yourself, trust your intuition. Your higher self will guide you in the way that you need to be guided. It will send you in the direction that is meant to be sent for you. I mean, yeah, there could be detours along the way, but if there is a specific path that is meant for you at the end of the day, trust me, you'll still end up on that path. You'll still be divinely guided. You will still be successful. You will still be able to endure all the trials and tribulations and come out on top in the end, especially if there are certain things that are just meant for you, And also, sometimes these detours are nothing more than God's protection, you know, because what's the other saying? Like, um, God's rejection is God's protection. You know, I don't mean to talk about God a lot. If some of you do have your own personal views and perspectives, that's totally fine. But I'm just trying to, you know, relay a message and give some examples in regards to, you know, certain things or whatever. No harm, no foul, right? So, yeah, I feel like this kind of concludes my Let's Chat. It's a little bit different, but I had to get some shit off my chest. You feel me? Because, you know, life is just an interesting thing. It's an interesting place when you're dealing with life and you're having to go through it every day and you're presented with challenges and all these things. It's just like, what am I going to do? What can I do? Look how cool this is on the nighttime, you know? So I think, yeah, we're going to end this right here. Appreciate you guys so much. If you have any topics that you want me to talk about or like investigate or something while I play a game, yo, let me know. Drop your suggestions in the comments. Drop a panda emoji if you've made it this far. Like, hello. Yeah, and I appreciate you guys so much. Thank you so much for tuning in. Take care, guys. Peace.